Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing this video on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. Okay, so honestly, I thought with the whole planner babe and the new planner purses and whatever, I thought Happy Planner was done. I should have known better, but I thought they were done. Now, I've done videos on these big releases or these new releases. This would be actually the third one this year. Now, Happy Planner has been stepping up their game and seemingly releasing something new every 6 to 8 weeks. It feels like that. But this latest release that just, I think, went live this morning on the Happy Planner site, I'm not sure if it's available in stores, I'm feeling a little differently about. So at the beginning of the year, I was feeling very anxious and stressed and overwhelmed. The second video that I did, it was really about talking about how these releases can make you feel, really just talking to, it's awesome if it brings you joy and elation and you're loving all the new things, but it also can bring anxiety and it can bring stress levels because you want all the things and you can't find all the things, or it's a whole bunch of just rehashed things, and it was just a lot of stuff that I talked about in that video. In this one, what I wanted to talk about was how I'm feeling about this new release as compared to the other releases and how I was feeling at that point. Yesterday morning, which was Monday, I saw something on Instagram that was like sneaky peeks from someone that I follow. I can't remember the name right offhand. And I'm like, oh, really? Happy Planner, 2 weeks before Christmas? You're gonna drop something now? Because I think last year they dropped a big, little release in November. So I thought, again, with the planner babe and the purse stuff and the skinny minis, that was it. We were done. Okay, cool. And then I was able to get on the Happy Planner site, and I have to tell you, I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm impressed. No, you know what? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And I'm impressed not so much by the coloring of it, because a lot of it seems to be that sort of Miss Maker, colorful, happy rainbow stuff, although the design of it, at least what I can see on the little thumbnails, seems to be different. So at least there are some newness to it. But what I'm impressed by is what it's gearing towards, and it's the whole self-care thing for 2020. And it isn't just self-care by way of fitness or wellness. I mean, they're really touching a lot of different aspects, whether it is your financial wellness or your spiritual wellness or your mental wellness or your physical wellness. I think they've developed products, and again, it could be rehashes of things that they've already had out there, or trying to jump on some of the things that are in the bullet journal world by way of trackers and things like that. But I like the attempt at doing something different, because honestly, the last few months, with a few exceptions here and there, it seems like just a lot of regurgitation of some of the things that they had, and for me at least, it felt like they were just pushing out things to push out things. A lot of the comments that I had seen on some various Facebook groups that I belong to was on one hand, there's a general consensus of, people love the things, but on the other hand, there's really nothing new. There's really nothing new feeling. And I guess for those who had been in the game for quite some time, some of the releases in previous years, there really was this feeling of this is new, this is different. I think introducing the whole girl lines, or the glam girl, or the Miss Maker, or any of those, I think that really was different from what Happy Planner had done before. So I think with this particular release, because it isn't so focused on planners, although there are some, it's focused on some functionality that I don't know that they had been specifically targeting before. Now, the three that really stand out for me are the budget ones, the digital detox, and the faith ones. And the faith ones is interesting. For the budget ones, from what I can see, it is a classic or a mini undated planner system that you can purchase. And the guts of it actually look different from the previous budget type of release that they had. The previous one I could never get next to because it just had a whole lot of categories and things that I don't track, and it just seemed like a waste of money for me personally, to try to make it work. This new one, it seems to have structure, but it seems to be a lot more open and a lot less categories. So it's really more of tracking things and being aware of things. And again, it's really hard to see on the little thumbnails, but I instantly liked the look of it. I instantly liked the look of the dividers, again, little thumbnails. And I like the fact, and it can be a pro or con, that it's undated because, I've started my own budget journey. I'm in it a year now. And I think sometimes with budget or fitness or anything, the biggest pro of having something undated is, okay, you're probably going to go hard in January and February, especially if you went hard on this new release and purchased all the things. But then it can get either monotonous or overwhelming, and having something undated just really lets you pick up and start again whenever it is that you can get back to it. So I thought that one was really interesting. I think the budget stickers, both the stickers, and I think there's an accessory pack, I think those look interesting. Now, I have no intentions of purchasing any of the new things. There are some that I find intriguing, but I have so much stuff that there is really nothing that really just screams, I have to have it. And I am really trying to be on a no spend sticker for 2020. Now, I guess I should put the caveat, at least for the first few months, because, as Happy Planner has been doing, 8 weeks from now, they're going to have something else out there. So I don't want to pigeonhole myself and say I'm not going to buy anything. And I'm not going to ask my friends, don't send me anything. I've got more than enough. But I think they're interesting because the budget sticker book that I have now, which is the only one that they had available up until this point, I didn't find very functional. I had purchased right when I had started my budgeting journey, thinking it could help me, because the stickers are motivational and they make you want to play and they make you want to get into your stuff. But because of the way that I budget, it doesn't prove to be very functional. So the newer one, it seems to be, again, based on little thumbnails, it seems to be a little bit more user-friendly. And I like that there are more quotes. With the budget journey specifically, I like motivational quotes or things that make you think. Sometimes some of the super peppy, super uber positive ones can be helpful, and sometimes they can be annoying. But in a budget, that's a weakness that I have in particular. And so in that case, a happy you can do it kind of sticker might help in the whole process. The second one that I thought was intriguing is the digital detox. Now, I think there's only 2 products. There's like an extension pack, and then there is, I think, either a sticker book or an accessory sticker book, something like that. But there's only the 2 things. But I like the thought of kind of disconnecting from your devices. Now, I don't know that Happy Planner will ever do a Happy Planner detox. Because I mean, you know, I think between the, well, okay, so for this year, they probably have rolled out at least 100, if not more, new releases, new products in the marketplace for Happy Planner people. So, there might need to be something that says, you could step away from all the stuff. And I know that people love to collect it, and it's the chase and all of that, but I mean, there is the notion of, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube can take up a lot of your time, either as a creator of content or a consumer of content. And sometimes you should maybe unplug from some of that just for your own mental wellness, just for your own physical wellness. Go out there and take a walk or some nonsense like that. I don't know, but I like the idea of it. And the extension pack seems super interesting because I think there's like either 1 or 2 pages of like a reading log where it has like stacks of books. And if you've been in the bullet journal world, that's already been a thing. People have been making those things. And that's why it's giving me the vibe of trying to get on the whole bullet journaling, tracking things, tracking your water, tracking your moods, tracking your mental health, wellness, tracking what you're reading, because that helps with stress and whatnot. And so I think it's interesting. They have some doodle pages, and if you've been around, some of us have been doing that already. But I like the idea that it gives you the opportunity to play, because I am all for DIY. I make my own spreads and I enjoy that aspect. I enjoy the creativity. Some people don't. They want to have the structure and then jump into creativity from there. So I think with a pack like this that says, yeah, no, go ahead and doodle, or here's the little books that you can fill in the spines with all the books that you've read or all the books that you have, or however you want to do this. Maybe it's just a coloring page, whatever, it's yours. I like that aspect of it. Now, the one that I thought was the most interesting was the faith one. I don't do anything faith-based on my channel, nor do I do it in personal life. I have belief, but that's kind of where it stops for me. But I think from a aesthetic and a visual perspective, again, based on little tiny thumbnails, I thought that the faith stickers were really the most striking to me. It seemed to be sort of like a muted dream seeker, stargazer like coloring with some of the more realistic botanical feel that I was getting from that. And unlike some of the super positive sparkle, 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 hustle, you got it stickers that Happy Planner does, I've found that their faith stickers, although rooted in Christian faith, typically are encouraging in a way that it sort of uplifts your spirit. So it can speak to the hardship of the journey or pain or grief, and it can speak to how you can, just kind of uplift yourself because you're not alone. It does differ from the unicorn, happy colors, you got this, put your hair in a ponytail and attack the day or whatever. To me, it seems less uber positive and more, like I said, uplifting. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And I don't tend to gravitate towards any of the faith-based things just because it's not something that's really huge in my life. But I thought it was really interesting that that was the one that I'm like, ooh. Again, I'm not picking up anything. Even if it hits the stores, even if it hits Amazon, again, I have more than enough stuff. So I'm feeling good about this release. And it doesn't matter that I feel good or bad about it. It's just, unlike the previous, or unlike earlier this year, it isn't giving me any kind of stress, and it sort of gives me the joy that I've read that other people have had. Not even so much for myself, because again, I'm not going to get any of it, but it's more, it's different. It isn't just 60 new planners in 3 different styles and rehashing of things. It seems to be a thoughtful release of things that you can use to help you become more fulfilled, or more, or less stressful, or just give yourself, the encouragement that you need, or whatever. I'm really enjoying it. What the only downside that I see to it is the timing of it. Last year they did do a bigger mid-season release in November, so I think it gave people a chance to purchase the things, because literally Christmas is 2 weeks away. The New Year is 3 weeks away. I think that's how it, yeah, I think 3 weeks away. So, if you wanted to get all the new things, you're dependent on shipping now. You can't just go into your store. Now, maybe you can, I don't know. We don't have any of the stores here, so I couldn't tell you. But that's the only downside of it, is that you have to rely on the Happy Planner site. And if from the very last sticker book purchase, I've learned is I like to be able to look at something. So I bought a $23 sticker book because I was able to flip through it, because it was in a local craft store. Now, it was an older sticker book. It was one that I'd already been thinking about, but there is something to be said about being able to look at the stuff, to be able to see the cover, to be able to see the inside cover. Now, usually they're wrapped so you can't see the full guts of it, but at least with the stickers, you can take the band off and you can look through. When you are purchasing online, it's not really a thing. Again, these might be in the stores today and I'm just, talking bubbles, but I think with the timing of it, especially if it's, new you, or, a healthier you, or I don't want to say better, because you are amazing as you are right now. It just a less stressed you. To give you 2 to 3 weeks to get the stuff can add to the stress, Happy Planner. Just saying. Now, the way that I want to end this video is I do all of my own spreads. So I don't typically use pre-planned spreads or pre-made spreads. And even though the Skinny Classic, and that's what I work out predominantly, they have, and I actually have some because of my amazing friends Dee and Kelly, I'm not going to use them for the most part as my predominant planner spreads. I enjoy the aspect of creating, but if you are seeing all the stuff, and especially once people start getting them and doing the flip throughs and showing you a little bit more in depth of these new things, I encourage you to, especially with the new digital detox one, if you can't find it, or if you can get a hold of it, or if it's just not in your budget, then try to recreate it. Because I know there's a lot of people who are like, I'm not an artist and I can't draw. You know what? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If that really stresses you out, then see if you can find a free printable online on Pinterest. Or, just attack it, make it part of your wellness. Like, I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to try to do that little book spread where it's like the bookshelf of things, or I'm going to try to track my moods, and that's not something I've been doing, or just get inspired by this stuff and not necessarily feel the need to have to get all the stuff. Now, if you want all the stuff, cool, go get it. But as I've talked about before, there is 2 sides of this. There is all the new shiny, and I'm going to add to my collection, and I love the things. And then there is the anxiety of, I want it, but I can't get it, or I want it and it's just not in my budget, or I have so many things I don't use. What am I going to use all this new stuff for? But I want all the new stuff. I mean, it does cause a range of emotions. So for me, I'm going to get inspiration from it. I'm not going to purchase any of it. I'm seriously asking my friends not to buy anything for me. And there are new things other than just those specific geared towards wellness. They actually have some new sticker books. But again, a lot of it just looks like some rehashing of things that they had before. Maybe with the exception of the recipe one and of the colorful shapes. But again, just from the look of it, it's not anything I'm interested in. All right, guys, so for this new release, I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure they don't have any more time to release anything new for this year. But with this new release, are you a thumbs up? Are you a thumbs down? Are you whatever this is? How are you feeling about it? And are you going to be purchasing any of the new stuff? What's your favorite? I'd love to know in the comments below. All right, guys, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.